The story of how Mip pulled a Nazi move and gassed an entire classroom. In my freshman year of high school, I shared my fourth period algebra class with Mip. It was terrible. Awful. For this story you'll need to know a couple defining characteristics about the fuck stick. 1. This guy is a fucking loony. 2. He is the most chaotic force on this planet. And 3. He is constantly surrounded by me and his other friends. Which means on top of acting like an autistic ferret, he is surrounded by retards that are probably not the best of influences. Now back to the story. For a couple weeks before the incident, Mip had been telling me he wanted to purchase Carolina Reaper powder off of Amazon. I didn't think much of it, but oh my ever-loving donkey testicles, was I wrong not to worry. It was a normal day. We were all chilling in the hallway before first period like normal, but Mip pulled something from his bag to show me. From within this fucker's backpack comes a container of Carolina Reaper powder. I'm already shaking in my boots. We start joking about how he should put it in people's food while they aren't looking during lunch. You know. Joking. Just joking. First bell rings and we go to our classes. Little did I know today would be a day of horror. Fast forward to fourth period, this guy already has a maniacal look in his eyes. A few minutes into the class period, Mip has the canister opened. I thought, oh, no biggie. But no. This is a very big biggie. He puts some of the shit on our friend's desk. Now normally this wouldn't be too big of a deal. But this friend in particular is a special one. I don't know if he'd want me to put his face in a video, so I'll use a rat instead. Notice the red curly hair? This alone should tell you a lot about his character. So this rat of a person gets a minuscule amount on his hand, right? Now let's make a list of actions a normal fucking person would take to solve this issue. For one, if you really wanted to, just wash your hands. But remember, we are talking about a very small amount. Which brings me to option 2, literally just use a tissue to wipe it off. Or you can go with option 3, and just ignore it because compared to the pile Mip poured on his desk, the amount on his hands is microbial. However, Joshua chose a different approach. He slammed his hands into the pile of Carolina Reaper powder. Now you would think this wouldn't be an issue. But when I say slammed, I mean slammed. The powder took flight like an often being shot out of a cannon and infested everyone's orifices. Everyone in the vicinity got the shit in their mouths and eyes, and it was like getting farted on by an obese guy who just ate onions covered in cinnamon. The commotion at our table caused all the other students' lids to flip, and before you knew it, the class was having seizures and the vice principal was called. The class was ordered to vacate the classroom and Mip and Joshua were sent to ISS for the rest of the day. Long story short, Mip poured chemicals on a rat and it self-destructed and caused mayhem.